Oh, hey there. Today, we're going to be talking about a new section. First, we're going to be talking about interest groups. Interest groups are organizations dedicated to a particular political goal or to a set of unified goals. There are several functions of interest groups. First, they raise awareness and stimulate interest in public affairs by educating their members and the public. They represent their membership, serving as a link between members and government. And they also provide information to government. And lastly, they provide channels for political participation that enable citizens to work together to achieve a common goal. The strategies of interest groups to get their political goal to the attention of the government are influencing elections. They encourage members to vote for candidates, and they also donate money to the campaign of the candidates. Another strategy of interest groups is lobbying. Lobbying is attempting to influence policymakers by supplying data to government officials and their staffs to convince these policymakers that they have an important case that needs to have the attention of the government. Some forms of lobbying include using personal contact between lobbyists and policymakers, and also sending emails, faxes, and making telephone calls to influence policymakers. Another strategy is litigation, where interest groups take their idea to court if their idea was shot down by Congress. Another way that interest groups get their idea out is by going to the media and getting more support from citizens in that way. Moving on to the next topic, political parties. There are a few systems of political parties. There is a one-party system where only one party exists or has a chance of winning an election. There is a two-party system where there may be several political parties, but only two major political parties compete for power and dominate the elections. Lastly, there is a multi-party system which exists when several major parties and a number of minor parties compete in elections, and any of them have a good chance of winning the elections. America operates under a two-party system. The two major parties are Republicans, represented by the elephant, and the Democrats, represented by the donkey. The Republicans are politically more conservative, while Democrats are more liberal. The actions of political parties include recruiting candidates for office, nominating and supporting candidates for office, and educating the electorate, and also organizing the government. The major political parties, the Republicans and Democrats, are organized like this. They have a national convention, a national committee, and a national chairperson. The national convention serves as the party's national voice. The national committee manages the political party's business between conventions. And the party's national committee, with the consent of the party's presidential nominee, elects the national chairperson. The next topic is mass media. Mass media refers to all forms of communication that transmit information to the general public. Examples of mass media are the internet, television, radio, magazines, and newspapers. Some examples of mass media sources are CNN, which is a TV show, the New York Times newspaper, and Time magazine. The roles of the mass media include informing the public, shaping public opinion, providing a link between citizens and government, and lastly, agenda setting by influencing what subjects become national political issues, for example, gun laws.